was it? 57 was it? Challenge. 5. Standard. Invite. Thanks for your patience, as usual. Slow going in the very beginning there, so. Game 1 of how many? I don't know. Okay. Knight f6. And, okay, e6. Knight, okay, this is, wow, what do you call this? a3, I've seen a3 when it is, when the bishop has first played to b4. Not this. So just preventing it altogether, huh? You know, I think there's something off with that. I'm looking into maybe changing it into a Benoni structure, because in a Benoni structure, I don't think that a3 turns out to be purposeful. So, c5, in other words. And what else? And I think even in this position, that a3 move is just turning out to not be so good. We'll see about that, though. I mean, okay, I don't have this check ever available to me, but what do I have? Knight c6 is a follow-up. I have d5 in. And, well, I don't know. Let's just get developed. Knight c6. Why not? Okay. Okay. White just built my center. I could be looking to maybe pinpoint this b pawn later on. I'll be reluctant to play bishop c5 because b4 could be played, and then actually this is starting to show itself as being useful. I really don't want to allow that. Now this has some of my thoughts, but I think I just want to make sure I'm one move away at least until I castle. I want to be just one move away. Now I'm going to give this a bit more thought right here. Rook to b8, hitting this pawn. Or, no, yeah, I'm going to go with this. Rook to b8. Why not? And if there's take, I take towards the center. If there's a bishop check, I just play bishop to d7. And what more? Okay. Let's see. Just castle. Just castle. I don't see anything else to be doing. Maybe there's going to be this bishop to a6 move, but actually not so fast. Okay. Just take like this. Towards the center. 2-1 majority in the center now. And I guess I could be considering what? Bishop here, queen a5. Queen a5 with bishop to a6 to follow. My plan is to put pressure on these pawns right here. Maybe here isn't good. Or maybe it is. Yeah, it is, I'm pretty sure now. I am, actually I just had a flashback of Cambridge Springs and how in one of my last game analysis videos I was touching on the queen when she comes out to a5. She's getting out of a pin, placing white in a pin, and also functioning laterally. So this right here is a possibility, but not now. I think if I push, there's just takes. And the queen is defending the bishop, and there's no problems. The other threat that I had is that if white castled, I could snip this pawn since it was having to watch over both. Since this pawn was having to watch over both knight and pawn right there. Bishop a6. It seems like it might be good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is looking good. Although, is there a tactic? Bishop here is knight takes pawn available. Whoa. Oh, hang on. Hang on for a second here. I don't know about that. Bishop a6, knight takes pawn. Queen takes. I'm on the bishop. Let's try it. I haven't run all the calculations, but I think at the end of it, even if white wins a pawn, I think I could still maybe get this pawn right here. That right there was a case of me just being lazy. I didn't want to calculate. Alright. Is my opponent listening? Are they going to take on d5? Don't you dare. If you take on d5, that means you're listening. Okay. Alright, we're not having that, are we? We'll have to take a closer look at that a little bit later. Now I could chop here and then chop the knight. But I do compromise my pawn structure over here. Takes, and then there's bishop takes knight, pawn takes, and then a recapture. I could get here. There's a queen check. I could sidestep it. It's a little bit scary. But well, I better start moving. That's one thing. And, you know, I'm not going to run for that. I don't like the idea of compromising my kingside position. I think just going with something as calm as doubling on the B file and pinpointing this guy is going to be a good alternative. And by good, I mean safe. A safer alternative. I think I could still end up winning a pawn, but not compromise my kingside structure. Notice the difference. A little patience maybe is going to keep my king safer, and still maybe is going to translate into the win of some material. I do still need a flight square. If I ever play this move, there's always just bishop takes here first. Actually, maybe I should consider right now. Let's see. Boom. No, I don't want to. Let's throw that in there. And what are we going to do next? I guess queen b6. If bishop takes knight, I think that's the end of the game. You can't allow this bishop to put pressure on this pawn. It's already going to be difficult enough to defend b2 with just the rooks. So I'm going to play here. There is possibilities for forks. Like as soon as I take here, there's a fork. But I think I still win out because I could just take the rook first. Both under a minute. So now what? Okay. White is running backwards here. And to offer a queen exchange. I'm gonna recapture with. Oh, okay. They're really guarding that now. I'm gonna come over here. 21. I still want to get at this. Let's come over a little bit more. And a little bit more just to watch over this. Oh, I just dropped my rook. Oh, man. This is not a good start. Bishop takes rook. Oh, it was missed. Or even rook right there was available. We're both low on time. What a terrible start. No, don't you dare start out like this. Take that pawn. That's a free pawn. Take free stuff. I'm not taking the free stuff. I'm going to take it now. We both have very little time. And now, finally, I could crash through at this point. Enough gas on that B2 point. Whoa. Easy there, knight. Okay, wow. That got really, really crazy right there. Ah, unnecessary to get into that time pressure like that. All right, let's hit that back button and flip the screen. Where is there an improvement? Right here. I don't know. I think there's a big difference between playing a3 after my bishop is played here first. I'm trying to show that it's not going to be purposeful, so that's why I was running with this c5 move, and with this I was referencing the Benoni. But yeah, I don't know. Like, what can you do? I mean, it really didn't turn into a Benoni. If pawn push, then I think this turns out to be a waste. I guess some purpose here. It is stopping a pin, but something just seems off. I think you should really consider either one of your knights out. Right here, entering a Nimzo. So I don't know. A3 has my attention. That's what I'm getting at. That's the quick summary. And I don't know about building my center like this. Maybe you could try just E3 first. Or maybe there's something to be said for bishop G5 and then E3. Not yet giving my bishop, essentially, the possibility of coming out to A6. Because that's what you're doing. You're doing two things. You're building my center and allowing bishop A6 stuff. So that's another thing that has my attention. Just, I mean, you did follow up with bishop to G5. Just maybe do it right away. I'm starting to feel pretty comfortable as soon as the pawn structure is set up like this. I have a lot of pressure on the queen side, and right here I think you could actually go forward with knight takes pawn. Knight takes pawn. Queen takes queen. King takes queen. Knight takes knight. Bishop takes bishop. Knight takes bishop. Bishop takes bishop. And I think after all that, white's up a pawn. Actually, I think I was going to take it in a different direction. After knight takes pawn, I think I might have done... what might have I done there? Oh, no, that wouldn't have been good. Knight takes pawn. Queen takes knight. Queen takes queen, knight. No, it's kind of just panning out to be the same thing. I don't know. I think I shouldn't have been so lazy, and this was an opportunity for white. Tactics. Exchange queens. This guy all of a sudden becomes unprotected, or there's the thought of maybe grabbing him with check. That's the idea. So, lazy calculation, but it was not taken advantage of, and this is very difficult now. Cannot kick that rook away, and b2 sure enough ended up falling, but